Prime Minister Servile Starmer, as he's known. He's completely in the Israeli pocket. Now, this is disgusting, but it explains a lot of things going on. Now, what should we do about Yaxley Moron? He's suddenly been arrested. Look, this is just a game to make him into a hero. He's put there in order to head off and break up and lead, in inverted commas, the freedom movement.
A lot of people are going to him, though.
Well, of course, they are stupid. They shouldn't go. They should have nothing to do with it. If he gets locked up, leave him locked up. And let's be clear too, the other side, i.e. the World Economic Forum, have got agents or controlled opposition on both sides. Yesterday, I went along to the Russell Square rally of Palestinians against Tommy Robinson. There was only 2 Palestinian flags there. One of them was this one, mine. The other one was just there. And as soon as I arrived, I was told by somebody who said, I'm an official security. I said, really? He wasn't a policeman. And you are not welcome here. I said, why is that? He said, because you're far right, Piers, you're far right. I said, really? And then he changed it and said, well, you associate with the far right. I said, what evidence have you got? And he said, you've got to leave. I said, no. And me and Tony walked around all through the crowd, and they just followed us. So then I said, call the police. And the police came over, and I held up this banner, and the police read it. And he said, oh, well, sir, to this security agent, there's nothing on there that should upset you. Mr. Corbyn is against Tommy Yaxley Moron. So the police did nothing. It was hilarious. So a quick round of applause to the police on this case. We had to go off anyway because Tony had an argument with him about something, but it doesn't matter. The point is, we stood our ground. But look, this operation, there's a whole string of these Palestinian campaigns on the bottom of it. I'm going to write to all of them and ask them, what are you doing? Do you approve of breaking up the movement? And that was actually, it wasn't a Palestinian rally. If anything, it was a pro-mass immigration rally, let them all in sort of stuff, plus some trans stuff. They were yapping about trans stuff. That's what it's about. Well, look, and they are saying they want to mobilise Palestinians and Islam, and they're talking trans. This is mentally defective. I mean, completely mad. No Islam doesn't know that men are men and women are women, right? I mean, we know that Keir Starmer doesn't know that, but okay, you know, he's got his problems, right? But the idea that they should peddle this nonsense and expect to build a movement is crazy. They are not there. The PSC, I think, they're to keep the lid on the movement. They don't want us raising these things about the World Economic Forum. We've taken this on demos, and it's been, people have tried to steal it. I'm not joking. I mean, that is crazy. So look, let's be clear. That's on one side. The other side, some friends of ours were in Trafalgar Square with a Palestinian banner. They got attacked by Tommy Yaxley Moron security. Well, you know, this is what the World WF are doing. They've got these people everywhere to divide and confuse. We have to unite for Palestine and against all Israeli agents. Okay, well, I'm almost ready to go. A couple of things I do want to advertise. Next week, we got, before I do that, other things I did yesterday, we went outside the McDonald's in Kensington High Street, which was great fun, and we got a lot of support. We had that banner there, but some guy said, you are a Holocaust denier, as if that would justify killing more people in another genocide, you know what I mean? I said, look, I've never denied the Holocaust, I don't deny anything like that. But he just insisted on that, and then he stormed off. You see, they don't have an argument. There's no justification for genocide in any...
denying the Holocaust in Gaza?
Probably.
Yes, he was denying that, I presume. Oh, would I? Yeah. And then we went to the Israeli embassy, which was a bit dangerous, you might say, because I'm on a conditional discharge after having the fight with the police to prevent them attacking Angela, who they grounded on the 11th of April last year. But they didn't arrest me, which is good. But it did mean that there was something else going on which would be ill-advised for me to go to. There was a really good children's march which blocked Tower Bridge. But had I been there, I would have been arrested, I think. And that would have gone against my conditional discharge, where I could be banged up for 16 weeks. So, you know, I've got to be careful. However, I want to make put forward an idea, or repeat an idea, that this blocking of Tower Bridge was actually quite easy. Next weekend, there's going to be, 50,000 people knocking around? 100,000 Palestinian demonstrators? I think it might be an idea to block all the bridges and say, we're going to hold up London economy until Britain stops handing arms to Israel. I mean, we have to do something serious. I don't know, it's an idea. I've heard people talking about this. Now, of course, I can't say do this or don't do that, but, you know, we do have to up the game. We do have to up the game. And if we don't, you know, there's going to be a genocide. It's already happened. And it will carry on. It will go to the Yemen. And then they'll try and get away with massacres in Ukraine. And we have to be clear. We are against NATO and the people and the Ukrainian government. Absolutely. So I think I'll end there by just advertising one more thing. 17th of August, it's a Saturday again, a fortnight this Saturday. A fortnight next Saturday, 3 weeks just gone from yesterday. We'll be outside the BBC again, where I'm free to speak outside the BBC, so we'll have a rally against BBC lies. Starting off with Gaza, but we'll do the climate stuff, the trans nonsense, all of this stuff, put it all together. So I should be able to speak, and Angela, who was originally arrested there, should be able to speak. So we want, you know, anybody who really wants to speak about something to come along the 17th of August. Because this way we can draw together lots of people in the movement. Instead of having, we do need different demos, but united demos on the key issues of our time, which are used to lie and confuse people. So I think I'd better finish there. So let's say, unite, peace now, peace now, peace now. And of course, what we do for everything, resist, defy, do not comply. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got Alan too, and a song. Before we do that, is there any questions though? Yes, sir.
I stumbled on the Trafalgar Square meeting halfway through yesterday. It stayed nearly 2 hours trying to figure it all out. I didn't realise Tommy Robinson was there to begin with.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And then he brought in a big bishop, about 6'6", and huge and a loud voice, and he was saying how disgusted he was at the opening meeting in Paris for the Olympics.
Right.
And
a bishop said it was satanic.
Yeah, but I didn't. I watched it and I didn't see anything.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No. I watched the opening. And I didn't see anything offensive to Christianity.
Well, maybe we should have someone looking into that. But I've seen stuff saying it was very creepy. Did you see anything, Martin?
I haven't seen it, but there's a history of those things being full of symbolism.
Okay, any more questions?
Yes, you were saying about blocking the bridges.
Yes,
and
it's an idea that's around.
Don't get me wrong though, I mean, it's a great thing that people traffic should be but then after
I'm not saying children should, but I'm saying it's good that people think. Carry on.
Well, you know about the Just Stop Oil.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, they are idiots, but they did say 5 years in prison.
Oh, I think they did. Now, that's a good point. You see, Just Stop Oil, he's right there in prison because they stopped ambulances on the motorways. And people died. The police said people died because of it. So that's the reason. Now, when you block a motorway, you can't, if all the traffic piles up, you can't get the ambulance through. However, when people were blocking the Tower Bridge yesterday, they could get through because they blocked one side and the ambulance will go on the other side of the road. So the ambulance is good there. But I think that's very important. If we block anything, we've got to make sure the ambulances can get through.
We want one of these. We want one of these.
Oh, yes, no, I agree. Roger Hanlon, he's part of them. But that's why I think he's a 9 to 5 prisoner. I wouldn't be surprised. It's just a curiosity.
9 to 5 prisoner.
Like Tommy Robinson.
Okay, so what? Shall we do? No questions? All right, shall we do